Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to quickly take you through the developments of this case, Albert Ojwang murder probe. IPOA honored the summon. So, what came out of the summon is that there was a directive by the judge that DCI be allowed to investigate the IPOA. Mind you, IPOA are the ones who are investigating the police.
I have in my hand, on my left hand, a chain of custody envelope with what I believe is inside the subject phone, at least according to Mr. Jibril, who is on my left. For the avoidance of doubt, the letter to the DCI was received yesterday, the 19th of June 2025. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority did a letter to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. Similarly, just like the defense, or rather Mr. Ombeta, requesting that the DCI institute investigations into the complaint.
Password was submitted to the commission, not to an individual. Text messages emanating from an exhibit in the possession of the commission was sent to the public.
So we'll not be putting Mr. Jibril and Mr. Nduati on the stand. I think we leave it to the DCI now to carry on with the investigations. Okay. Alright, so God willing, we meet on 1st of July.
So take note of this. The courts have directed the DCI to investigate IPOA, and IPOA are the ones investigating the police. So you just look at how this story is becoming quite interesting. Before we explore this story further, ladies and gentlemen, kindly take this opportunity, like this video. By the way, I don't take your likes for granted. They mean a lot to this channel. Subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed before, and to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. So if the DCI is investigating IPOA, and IPOA is investigating the police, so kitu ni kama so let's assume the police is involved. Kuna kesi, they have a case to kujibu. IPOA finds that the police have a case to jibu. Most likely the DCI will tell IPOA, pia wewe uko na criminal case ya kujibu, you try to defraud Kenyans. Who is this going to be blamed? Now, something quite interesting in this issue is that the lawyers representing IPOA came with the phone still sealed. You know, it was sealed, and they claim that ever since it was sealed, that phone has not been taken out of that brown envelope. So the big question is, if that phone has never been taken from that brown envelope, then how did an SMS get from TALAAM's phone? That is question number one. Question number two, if that phone has been in that envelope ever since it was seized, I'm assuming that was last week, then does it mean that hii simu haijawahi kuchajiwa, inakaa na moto tu, haizimi? These are very serious questions that I believe the DCI is going to unearth from this drama about the phone being used. Or could we say that the phone, someone could have registered the line, you know, afresh, and you know, when you register a line to render this other one useless, so someone could have maybe registered another line and sent an SMS to the lawyer representing TALAAM. What if someone registered a line? What if that phone was spoofed? Because we know about phone spoofing also, SMS spoofing called spoofing. What if that is what happened? These are very serious concerns which the DCI must, expose. So hapa, there are two things which are likely to be achieved. Assume the DCI realizes that this phone was indeed used. But again, I ask you a simple question. Does it also mean that ile simu haizimi, because we are told that imekuwa kwa ile envelope ever since ilipeanwa, haizimi, moto haishi? Hiyo ni swali. Kwa sababu imekuwa sealed, inamaanisha haizimi, haipigwi, haijawahi kulia, iko pale tu. I suspect foul play in this whole drama, and maybe the DCI, because we believe the DCI is going to fix this mess and give a picture ambayo ina stahili. So, do you think the DCI is going to expose the IPOA, ama expose lawyers as being liars? These lawyers, because these lawyers can as well, these are criminal lawyers, so you see, you expect anything from them. What if they are lying? You see, they could also be lying, ladies and gentlemen. What if they are lying? We're not saying that they are lying, but you see, they are trying to be smart. So it's up to the IPOA peer to be very smart, so that they don't lose on this case, because they are most likely going to lose if they are not that smart. They could be having all the evidences, lakini if they are not smart, something will happen. But let's give it to the DCI to come up with possible reasons what could have happened to TALAAM's phone, why the lawyer representing TALAAM received a message from his client. His client is TALAAM. So how did TALAAM's phone send a message to the lawyer?
Central Police Station OCS Samson TALAAM's mobile phone that is reported to be in the hands of IPOA now sits at the middle of a DCI investigation that is looking into the conduct of IPOA officials in handling the late Albert Ojwang's case. TALAAM on June 19th wrote to the DCI calling for their intervention regarding his phone being used to send text messages requesting money from individuals.
To the commission, not to an individual.
So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.